Hi everyone, I'm very excited to start this course. In our first lecture, we will talk about what is Cassandra and when we should use such kind of database. So starting with our very formal definition of Cassandra, Apache Cassandra is a distributed, decentralized, scalable and highly available NoSQL database. I know these are a lot of terms to digest at one time, so let's take them one by one. By distributed, it means it is capable of running on multiple machines. If you have large and growing data, obviously you cannot accommodate all your data on a single machine. In such cases, you need some kind of distributed database like Cassandra to shed your load across different machines. So that was distributed. By decentralized, it means it doesn't have any master-slave concept. Means all the nodes are identical. Like if one of the node goes down, the other can easily take its place. Also, there is no single point of failure. In master-slave, if the master goes down, the whole system gets crashed, right? But here, that is not the case. Because of the same two reasons that it is fault tolerant and it has no single point of failures, the Cassandra is a highly available database. Now let's talk about scalability. By scalability, we mean that we can add or we can remove any node at any given point of time without or very little performance impact. Moreover, you don't need to rebalance any data. You don't need to do any manual intervention. Also, you don't need to restart any process. Everything happens in the background. So that was a brief. Now we should know when we should use such kind of databases and what are the use cases. If you have large and growing data, as we discussed earlier, you should think about some kind of databases like Cassandra, but hold on. Let's discuss what other things you must consider before taking any decision. If high availability is an important factor for your application, you want your application up at all the times, then Cassandra could be a good choice. If your data is changing, evolving, it's not a static data, because static data could not be a good use case for Cassandra. If consistency is not a concern for your application, so Cassandra is an eventual consistent database by default. It means if you write something and read something out immediately, it is possible that the data is inconsistent. Though that consistency is tunable, we will talk about it later, but it comes with some performance impact. So if your application demands consistency, then think about it again. Cassandra could not be a good option for that. The last but not the least, if you want faster writes, then Cassandra has very high throughput for faster writes. So that was Cassandra in brief: distributed, decentralized, highly scalable, highly available, and with eventual consistency and with faster writes.